We all love the idea of growth. There are just three problems. It's hard, it's time-consuming, and it sucks. The truth is, a lot of the time, growth feels like frustration, doubt, complete exhaustion, and sometimes a lot like it's not worth it at all. Growth isn't just hard in a distant, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that sense. It's hard in the daily grind, in the times where you're not sure if you can keep going, or even why you should keep going. Today, I'm going to go into some honest truths about your growth journey and my growth journey. What it feels like when you're in the trenches, pushing through, trying to find the motivation, the inspiration to keep going. The first thing you feel when you're growing isn't triumph or elation, it's doubt. Am I doing the right thing? Do I know what I'm doing at all? Can I ever really get any better at this? If you're a YouTube creator, there are a bunch of metrics that you can look at in the YouTube studio. Two key metrics are click-through rate and average view duration. That is, are people choosing to watch my video, and how much of my video are people watching? I suck at both of those, but especially the latter one. I'm just not holding people's interest. Am I ever going to figure out how to tell a compelling story, or am I doomed to bore people for the rest of my life? The truth is, doubt is part of the process. It's the feeling that you're pushing up against your limits. Real growth happens when no one's watching. Ironic that I say that here as a video creator, but most of this process is solo. I write alone, I shoot alone, I edit alone. Entrepreneurs and content creators all go through this isolation when we're working towards our goals, even if we enjoy that solo work time. It's not just the hours for one video or one product, it's the hundreds of hours over time where you're on your own. Frustration is inevitable. If you're doing something new or trying to level up to a new plane of capability, you're not going to get it right the first time. You're not going to get it right away. When I pour my heart into a project and spend hours of time crafting it only for no one to want it, it's not just a hit to my pride. It's an unavoidable signal that my best effort wasn't good enough. When you're really pushing at your boundaries, at your limits, you're going to miss your mark. It's inevitable. Frustration is a sign that you're challenging yourself. It doesn't mean that you're failing. A lot of the time, growth feels a whole lot like you're not actually growing at all. You hit a plateau and nothing looks like it's getting any better. You pour effort in and the results look the same. One thing you have to understand that I need to keep in mind is that plateaus are a natural part of growth. If you've ever tried to pack on muscle or slim down to a bikini body, you know that you reach a point where you're putting in the work and you can't see any results. This is where a lot of people give up or drop out. But it's just beyond that point where the most significant process happens. Behind the scenes, whether it's wannabe beach body or you're leveling up your personal capabilities, that stagnation is your body and your mind going through some deep water changes. Growth is usually not fun while it's happening. The reward comes later, a lot of times when you're not expecting it at all. When I was learning to spin fire, I endured a lot of pain, and I mean physical pain. I hit myself in painful places on my body over and over. I would get so frustrated, I would throw down the poi and think about giving up. But man, I really wanted to spin fire. So eventually I would always pick them back up. At some point, I felt something in me click into place and I started spinning. Overnight success stories are years in the making. Get clarity, insight, and advice when you need it. Be sure you're not running full speed down the wrong path. If you want a body like Aphrodite or Adonis, be sure you're not going to injure yourself and hurt your chances of ever reaching your goal. But know the difference between someone coaching you on your way and someone pushing you off your path. Growth is made up of doubt, loneliness, frustration, stagnation, and eventually the most fulfilling sort of personal reward, the knowledge that you have surpassed yourself. The truth is, growth is uncomfortable, messy, painful, and absolutely worth it. If you're feeling frustrated and full of doubt, just know that you are right where you need to be. Let me know where you are in your growth journey. I'd love to read your own story in the comments. You're not alone, even though it feels like it sometimes. Go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter. I'll continue to share insights about personal growth and motivation, as well as speaking and entrepreneurship. Always, always aim higher. You'll get there.